Hello and welcome. I'm Caroline Collins, Associate Director of Film Pittsburgh, and I am here today with the Director of the Electrifiers, Boaz Armoni. Boaz, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell our audience where you are. Maybe not, we might all be jealous, but tell us where you are calling in from.
Yeah, I just I'm in holiday with my family in Israel, in Eilat. That is the southern city of Israel, and the reason I'm in my car is that it's very hot here, but it's also very windy day. So I decided to take the interview from the car. But yeah, it's nice here.
Well, we appreciate you taking time out of your family vacation to join us. That's really above and beyond, but I know our audience appreciates it. And I'll just dream of a lot because it is a little cool and cloudy here in Pittsburgh. So,
Oh,
for our Pittsburgh audience, everybody just put yourself in the mindset of where Boaz is.
yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll show you some palms after that.
Sure, to really rub it in. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we won't keep you away from the beach for too long, but I am delighted that you're here to talk about the Electrifiers, which I just completely loved. It was so sweet and so funny. So tell us a little bit about it. How did it come to be?
Uh, well, it's actually the, the first idea comes from Zvika. Zvika is the producer of the movie and the lead star that play Mickey Tavel. One time he saw my first movie, my
Mhm.
first feature film called Freak Out, and actually it's kind of a comedic horror movie. But he saw it and he contacted me and he told me I want you to, I want you to hear my story.
Ah,
So we meet and he told me I want to do a movie about a band that plays in hotels and things like that. And they are one time they got fired and that's it. And I said, okay, what is the story? And he told me, yeah, you take it from there, you know. So we start to work on that and with that, and I really like the idea and the world of like the not how do you call it like it's the band, but they are low life band a little bit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're
Not
far
not
from
popular.
starboard and
Yeah.
and dealing with daily things and and I really like this kind of areas and world. So we start to play with that, and yeah, this is the beginning anyway.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
great beginning, but you're right. There wasn't a whole lot of story there after with his first pitch. So I'm glad that you were able to expand it into this very sweet story with just um, a real great sort of interplay between the band themselves. I mean, I really felt as a viewer that they were a band. It was so believable that they had these long relationships together that you believed that they had been sort of around the block and had these same discussions for 20 years. Tell me a little bit about the casting process of bringing those guys together.
Okay, so actually, one of the things that Vika really want is to play the lead
Yeah.
Mickey Tavel, the lead character,
Mhm.
and he actually it was based on him, and actually it was him, and
Ah,
he had also history of playing because back in the 80s he used to be a player, a cinema player, a cinema actor. He
oh,
used
okay.
to play in some movies. So we said, okay, let's build it around him. You know, like
Yeah.
he's the center. It's like very unique. Usually, when you're looking for a lead star, you're looking for someone well known or well, but Zvika he wasn't.
Yeah.
But we decided to go with that, and we started with him. And then what I actually decided that I really need something that will accomplish what you said. I need
Mhm.
something that I can feel that everybody knows everybody, that
Yes.
they feel like they grow out together.
Mhm.
And we didn't do actually auditions. We
Mhm.
just do what do you call it? we do like um, auditions with Zvika,
Oh,
like
oh, uh-huh.
uh, readouts. Like we brought the actors,
Mhm.
and they start and they do the audition with Zvika.
Oh, wow. So,
So we start to, and a little bit we see that we have to connection, we start like a puzzling to put it all together.
yeah,
And one of the things that I really don't, I didn't know how to, like, in the beginning I thought that everybody should know how to play
yeah,
instruments.
yeah.
But then I understand that it's much more complicated to get also the connection,
The,
between the
the
characters
connect
and
as
the
well.
relationship, and also that it's too
Yeah,
much to ask,
yeah.
and so we have succeeded with that. So
Oh, yeah.
because Sharon, that plays the guy on the keyboards, he knows how to play keyboards a little bit.
Okay.
The drummer, that he was like, he used to learn to drum when he was 20 something. So we need to have some lessons for him.
Yeah.
But the bass guitar, played by Igor Adika, he doesn't know anything.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah,
that's astounding. They really all looked like they were working musicians. They did a great job.
yeah. We work very hard for that.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So how long was the rehearsal process to get them to be able to play together?
Um, I think it was like uh, about 2 or 3 months before
Okay.
the shooting. We
Yeah.
start to work together. Like we had like rehearsals on the uh, uh, on the how do you call it, like dialogues
Mhm.
between, in the scenes, the usual things.
Yeah.
But we also added rehearsals on the how to be a band, like
Sure.
to play as a band.
Yeah.
And this is really funny, but because it was very hilarious, because most of them didn't know how to play. So we needed yeah, it was so we mostly worked on each song, how to that it could be looked like they are playing
Yeah.
that, and how to move on stage as a band and everything, and also we need to remember that they're not such a good band,
Yes,
so
right. That
they
I
need
guess
to be
that
a little
helps.
bit off, you know.
Yeah.
So it took a while, also with private license,
Okay.
each one of them, but in the end we succeeded, except Igal. He didn't know anything. He just he after a month that we are playing, he came to my ear one day, and he told me, this bass thing, how how is it? How can you tell me how it sounds in the song? Like,
Oh, no.
what is the?
He didn't even know what the bass sounded like.
He didn't. Yeah, he did. It took me to realize. Actually, I'll give you a secret. Most of his left hand
Yeah.
bass guitar playing
Uh-huh.
was replaced by
Oh,
a bass or
a
someone who played
real
the bass, and we
a real
shot his
bass
hand and we
guitarist.
replaced it in After Effects. So,
Oh, now I have to go back and watch it again now and see that.
yeah, yeah,
No, you put that was seamless. I would never have known if you hadn't just said that.
yeah. It's
That's
it's
fantastic.
magic.
Yeah, magic, movie magic for sure. Well, the music that obviously they're not playing now, we know, but the music in the film is really such another character almost. It was just wonderful. I love the music so much. Did you have it written for the film?
Yeah, it's all original. Played for the film for the film.
Uh-huh.
And um, as I said, the all the idea came from Zvika. The original idea came from Zvika because it's based on a kind of true story that he had this a band like that in the 80s.
Okay.
And the guy who played with him, like his name was Ilan Shas, is a very good friend of his,
Uh-huh.
and he's today is like how do you call it? Like, it's kind of music producer,
Hmm.
um, and together we took like the vibes of this group back in the 80s,
Yeah.
and we produced this music. Like we wrote it to the uh, to, like original original music to the film.
Wow,
Sorry.
that's fantastic. Now you have to put it out on Spotify so people can buy the album.
Yeah, we actually. Well, I don't know if you know the story about Ellie the cat. Do
No,
you know?
I was going to get to Ellie the cat because I love how you end with them finally playing this song
Yeah.
that they,
No, because
they filled up the whole film.
yeah, because what happened with Ellie the cat? Ellie the cat was a joke.
Okay.
Um, when we wrote the script, we thought, okay, we need something that it's not just they want to succeed very much, like to go to the United States and America and
Yeah.
to be a big star. They're running from something that
Ah,
he could be very successful if he will sing Ellie the cat, but he doesn't want that. He wants to be something else.
yeah. Yeah.
So it was very fun. We said, okay, let's do that. You have a stupid song, a kid song, kind of
Oh,
as a joke. We started as a joke. I said, okay, this is kind of nice idea. Let's try it. In
yeah.
the beginning, we call it like I don't remember, like something. It was a mouse or something. I don't remember. and and what happened? He start to write a song. Ilan, the guy who works with Speak on the music, start to like work on the song. He said, "No, the mouse is doesn't look. Let's change it for a cat." And they have birthday, and we put
Yeah.
some lyrics, and we put the music, and we actually what happened? It's like we shot the movie, we shot everything, and it took a while before between we shot the movie and when the movie released.
Okay.
In the meantime, what happened is that we decided to put it out as a single,
Ellie.
and we can put it out in YouTube. We said, let's see what happened.
Oh, that's
And the
great.
craziest thing, it's become huge hit,
Oh no. Oh, that's
huge. uh,
fantastic.
it, uh, it's great. It's like if every birthday of like a small children, they
Yeah.
have Eddie the cat. Like they have like
Wow.
I don't know 15 million viewers in YouTube. Like it's crazy. It's become people want to go with costumes in Purim of
Oh my
Ellie the cat.
goodness. Oh my goodness. You
Yeah.
manifested this part of the film out into reality with Ellie the cat.
Yeah, it was so crazy because when the movie got out, everybody knew Ellie the cat. Nobody knew the story about.
You were
So
too
yeah, it's
successful.
reality, and I don't know about before. It's crazy.
Oh, that's very, very funny. Yeah, I love the scene at the end where they had sort of a wiggle-esque almost. They were like the Wiggles, the band, playing this song, and it just really was very funny. And that
Yeah,
that of course reminds me that this is a comedy, and we don't really see a whole lot of comedies coming out of your country. And is that correct? Would you say?
I say yeah. It's um, I there's a lot of comedy in Israel, but not in movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, in movies, I think it's maybe the last few years, maybe a little bit more.
Mm,
But
mhm.
most of the comedies in Israel, like we have a lot of comedies in television and also in other parts, but in movies less. I don't know why.
I wonder.
I've thought maybe, but you know,
Yeah, but that's your genre. You said your previous feature was a comedy horror, right? So you're sort of mixing that up.
yeah, I'm a little bit like I love to I have two genres for my where I'm saying I like horror movies and comedy, so I
Great.
can do comedy, horror, just comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you name it. I
Very
found it. I
versatile.
found it like it sounds like very different genres, but I found it like very similar. It's like the opposite genres.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
like something that makes you feel something when you watch a movie, a genre movie like or a horror movie or comedy movie. It makes you how do you call it, like physical.
Yeah,
It
this
makes it something
strong
physical,
feeling.
more
Hmm.
like emotion, more than emotion. You
Yeah,
can either jump from scare or you
sure.
can roll out from
Yeah,
and it's the same method how to do that. It's not like a method, but you know what
yeah,
I mean.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's
I
very
like this.
interesting.
Yeah, I like this kind of emotion to. to do to make to people its emotion.
Make them feel something deeply.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you did with this for sure. It really was just so very sweet. I think also, it had very touching moments. I think, and you call it a coming of age film, which kind of makes you laugh a little bit already because we don't really think of a 50 or 60 something person coming of age.
Yeah, this is it's a little bit tragic. This
Mm-hmm.
kind of it's in this in the it's a tragic comic, this
Mm-hmm.
part, because actually when we wrote it, we understand, okay, this guy is like 50 plus,
Yeah,
and he still have a dream of an 18 or 15 or 20 years old guy that,
yeah,
he still have the same dream.
yeah.
Now it's also very romantic,
Mm-hmm.
and also very like, live your dream, but it's also a little bit tragic because when you see a guy like that in his 50s, when he just follow his dreams, but everything else in his life is falling apart, like his
Mm-hmm.
marriage, his daughter, with his relationship with his daughter,
Yeah,
everything is like all his life is financial, everything.
yeah.
So it's make it a little bit tragic. So the idea was to take this tragic part and to play with it. Like, okay, I remember when we thought about the script, and I remember the Rolling Stones song
Mm-hmm.
that you can't always get what you
What
want, and
you want?
sometimes you can
Yes.
get what you need. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit like that. So your dream, you cannot get this dream. It's not. It's a good dream.
Mm-hmm.
People can get it, but it's not your reality.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
maybe you should a little bit change your dream, treat it,
Yeah.
because maybe you will not be a rock star in America, but you can be a kid star in Israel.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yes. Yeah. It might not
So
be
this
what
is
you
this is the
expected.
comedic and the tragic thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You really were able to pull that off. That was terrific. And all right. Well, so tell me, is Zivka happy with the way the story turned out, with the way the film turned out? Is it what he had sort of hoped for when he first approached you?
And I think it's much more.
Uh,
I think I know it's much more because he told me that. But I think when we started, it was really just nonsense. Like
mm,
we played a lot of we wanted a lot of jokes in the movies. We wanted
mhm,
to do a good time movie. But in the end, we did something more than that. This is, we did something about that really also have emotion connection to
mhm,
people.
for sure.
That
Yeah.
it talks about, as we said, tragic things, or more deeply about dreams that, it's never too late to how do you call it, like to have your dream come true.
Follow your
And,
dream. Yeah.
so it's something more deeply, and it's something more meaningful. And
Yeah.
since this is something we wish for, but we didn't earn it. It's like become like that through the process. And
Mhm.
I think in the end, I think it's really, I think everybody who was engaged, in the end, we really like much more than we thought it will be.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, it's just a lovely piece, and we're so happy that you shared it with us. Can you tell me what's next for you? Just let our audience know what we can expect next.
It's changing all the time because of this, world situation,
Yes, yes.
But my next big project, that actually we're in the middle of the founding, but I
Mhm.
hope it's now it get much more faster. It's a movie called Fingernail.
Oh, mhm.
It's a horror movie. It's a psychological horror movie.
Oh,
Yeah, it's where it's um very scary movie,
okay.
much different than, yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
um how I will pitch a little bit. You want to hit it to
Sure.
pitch?
Give us the log line.
The log line is, a father and son lives in the forest, in a post apocalyptic world when everybody's, uh, beside them are monsters.
Mm,
But true, and the father is, and the father is teaching his son how to survive. But through the process, the son starts to realize that these monsters might be them.
Oh, interesting. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to have to look forward to that at a future JFilm, I hope. And we wish you the best of luck with that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed talking with you.
Thank you very much and having me, and I really enjoy talking with you. I for my car in a lot.
You know, now you can go to the beach.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, so I show you a little bit.
Let's see. Oh my goodness, yes, that does look lovely. I should have.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Ciao.
And thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of the festival. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.